Hi.
Hello.
All right. So tell everyone who you are and what you do.
I am Lynette Cereso of Bestial Mouse, and I am the front woman, kind of the main person in Bestial Mouse in the band.
All right. So where'd the band name come from?
The band name actually comes from a previous song in another band I was in before. It was in actually my very first band that I did called African Grays. This song called Poor, Poor, Poor. It was, the lyric was, Bestial Mouse sings to drag in the winter. And then we had another project after that. And then Bestial Mouse started. And I just always kind of liked that line. And just that stuck out to me, that it seemed to make sense. So that's where it came from.
All right. So you recently released a remix album of your previous album, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So what inspired you to do the remix album?
Well, personally, I've always liked remix albums, and we did one for the previous LP, Resurrected in Black, and I really wanted to do one for this one as well. I just feel like it's a good way to also get some of the songs that may not be as great for dance floors, get them out there so that DJs can play them that way and get them out on the dance floors. Plus, for me, it's always like really awesome to just connect with other artists you admire and like, and have them, kind of hold your baby and rework it and see what they do with it. It's kind of just, it's exciting and it means a lot to me. So, yeah.
Okay. So did going into it, did you already know who you wanted to remix what, or did you have to like dig around a little bit to find people to do them, or?
It's kind of a mix. Sometimes people come to us and, they're like, oh, I really love your music. I would love to collaborate or do a remix sometime. Let me know. Sometimes people hear a specific song. There are other people that, we've talked to in the past about remixing. So it was kind of an idea to just think of some of those people. Also just think of maybe some that you admire and see if they would be interested in it. And I wanted to kind of get a little bit of kind of like, not like one specific genre, kind of like how Bestial Mouse is. So there's like a little bit of sound. So we got some more dark techno in there, something that's a little more post-punk. So that's kind of it.
Okay. So what was the process like, from when you're like, all right, we need to do a remix album. So where do you go from there? How's it work?
Yeah, I guess the process mostly is thinking about people who would be excited to work with or interested in, kind of thinking about that, hitting them up, see if they're available, see if the timeline figures out. So it's mostly that, and just correspondence going back and forth, so people who have talked to us be like, hey, well, here's the new album, did you like one of these? Or
Okay. Where did the cover art for that album come from? Who did that?
The cover art is a real photograph. There is no like CGI or any photoshopping in, because a lot of people think that. And it was done.
Yeah, it looks like a CG painting or something.
Exactly. It's totally real. That is a real bearded dragon. That is me airbrushed, and also in the other album cover, I'm laying in a pile of soil, but it was Taz Lemur who has done lots of the photography, and we worked with the makeup artist that's done a lot of stuff before and got some clothing and headpieces and stuff like that.
Okay. So how's the words are heard today? Okay. How's the reception been for not only just the remix album, but also Rot?
Words are hard every day. I just wanted to say that. That's always me.
Yeah.
I don't even finish my sentences. I'm like, oh. I feel like it's been really great. I'm excited, and it feels like we're getting a lot of positive feedback on it. And I'm seeing like the videos that we did, people are connecting with them, which means a lot. And now, especially seeing that more and more people are playing out the remixes as well. So to me, the whole album, the whole thing was such an honor to like work with Reese Wilbur, and then just having my next stage put out there in the world and getting good responses. Like I'm getting some personal messages too, which feels really nice.
Oh, good. I also have to give a quick shout out to two of the people who I've interviewed before who were on that remix album, Jen Cab and XTR Human.
Yes, Johannes. Yeah.
Yes. All right. So I noticed along your song titles have like this interesting mix of like capital and lowercase letters going on. Is there like a whole story behind that? Or is it just a stylistic thing? Or
I think the real reason that all kind of started is I am dyslexic. So I tend to spell things wrong and then just kind of type really weird. So in the past, like working with Brant, sometimes I would send him stuff or just type something out and it spelled, got spelled weird or typed weird. I'm like, that looks kind of cool. But for the album, just to kind of mention, it's called Rot in My Skin, but that actually stands for Road of 1,000 Tears. So a lot of people don't realize that. And then that's the last song on the album.
oh, okay, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So I noticed, on the remixes and then on the Rot album, you have a very like, how do I word this? Like varied sound from song to song in some ways, but it's all cohesive. Like, you have this weird, like, ethereal stuff, like Mind Tears. There's like the knife, and like, I don't know, just how did you manage to make your music all so different yet the same at the same time,
Yeah, that's always been a thing that I feel Bestial, that's what we try to do. I've always just kind of wanted to, especially when I make an album, because there are so many things I'm kind of influenced and moved by. I always just kind of think about it like, what is going to be kind of like the pretty ballad type song? This one is more my like more aggressive type song. This one is what I call more anthemic, like just kind of like a movie score song.
Right.
So that's kind of how, when I'm doing the album and I'm writing the lyrics and we're thinking of a concept of a sound, what we do. But yeah, with this one, I feel like Reese really did a great job and making it all cohesive and making it all feel like it blended together.
For sure. Is there one artist in particular you have yet to be able to collaborate with, but you really want to?
There's so many. One that I really, really always wanted to was Soft Moon with Luis. We had kind of talked before. So that's, yeah.
All right. Let's see. Are you working on anything new yet?
As for Bestial Mouse Specials, we're mostly focused right now on touring and getting the shows out there, and we've got a pretty full schedule for 2024. So we haven't yet started on new material.
Okay. So you said you're touring. Do you have like, where are some of the places you're going? Is it like a big extensive tour, or?
Well, the one coming up right now, we're doing one on the West Coast. It's called the Holy Trinity Tour. We're doing it with a Sign and I Speak Machine. We have this idea to blend three really strong female acts that are similar yet have their own perspective together. So we're doing that. And then in May through June, we're doing a European tour of like 12 dates. And then we just got booked for a festival in Germany in September. We're going to do some UK dates around there. And then we have a festival in Atlanta in October. And then we're going to do some dates around the South in the US.
Nice.
Yeah. Get Rot out there.
There you go. That, that'll keep you busy for a hot minute.
Oh, yeah. It's a lot.
All right. If you were an animal, what kind of animal would you be and why?
This is funny because I think about this all the time. And my usual answer is a bird, because and you'll look and see I have bird wings on my back. But also my band's usually was African gray, swift wings. So I tend to correlate a lot with birds. But at the moment, as soon as you asked me, I wanted to say a hyena. And it could be that I just watched a documentary on hyenas and they're cool.
They are fucking cool. I like that. All right. Where can people find, stay up to date with what you're working on and find your music?
Well, we do have a website, bestialmouth.com. But you can find us on, IG, FB, TikTok. Yeah, all the usuals.
All right. And all right, what do you want to say to your fans or new fans who might have caught the show?
Well, first of all, thank you for supporting music and watching the show and podcasts and all this cool stuff. Hello. And yeah, I don't know. I'll usually leave it with a line that I say from our songs. Is your backbone willing to break?
All right. Well, this was short and sweet. Nothing wrong with that. Thank you so much for hopping on here.
Of course. Thanks for having us. Have a great time, everybody.
Yeah, you too. Bye. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Internet, for tuning in. Real quick, I'm going to spit out that I have a new merch line up for our new neon logo. If you put in the code neon at checkout, then you'll get 10% off your entire order. Isn't that thing friggin' pretty? But we are celebrating. Yeah, we're celebrating because it's almost a year of Moonburns, and we've done so many amazing things in the past year. I can't wait for what's coming, and stay tuned. Next week, we are going to possibly get Defiance in on here for an interview with a really cool band who just dropped a new song. It'll be fun. Looking at Monday, hopefully. All right, but until then, later, y'all.